Today, I'll tell you about the movie where Netflix spent $300 million, and I'll summarize everything in a nutshell. In a dystopian future, Michelle Green, a young woman marked by loss, lives in a world where humanity has triumphed over robots after a devastating war. Decades earlier, robots were used as slave workers, but a robotic leader named Mr. Peanut led a rebellion, triggering a conflict that lasted for years. Eventually, humanity prevailed thanks to the invention of the Neurocaster, a technology created by the magnate Ian Skate, capable of controlling robots and giving humans absolute dominance over them. However, this invention also became a virtual reality network that gradually isolated people from the real world. Now, the surviving robots have been exiled to the exclusion zone, and any contact with them is considered illegal. Michelle grew up under the care of an adoptive father who doesn't love her, as her family died in a car accident. However, her life changes when a small robot, Kid Cosmos, appears in her room. At first, Michelle tries to get rid of him, but upon repairing him, she discovers that inside Cosmos resides part of the consciousness of her brother Christopher, whom she believed to be dead. This revelation makes her question everything she knows about robots. She runs away with Cosmos, but her adoptive father, fearing he'll be accused of treason, tries to stop her. After a confrontation, Michelle manages to escape. On her journey, she meets Kit, a smuggler, and his inseparable robotic companion, German, who decide to help her cross the devastated wastelands to Seattle. However, Colonel Bradbury, a high-ranking government officer who uses the Neurocaster to control robotic versions of himself, is tracking them. After a violent encounter, they escape but get stranded in harsh terrain. As they continue their journey, they discover a secret city where hundreds of exiled robots have found refuge. There, Michelle finally meets the legendary Mr. Peanut, who, although initially distrustful of humans, eventually agrees to help her. Meanwhile, Ian Skate continues to manipulate the world from the shadows. Michelle receives a mysterious postcard from a police robot sent by a scientist named Dr. Amers, who seems to have information about Christopher. With the help of Mr. Peanut and his team of recycled robots, Michelle reaches the doctor's hideout and discovers the truth. Christopher never died. In reality, he was kidnapped by Skate, who needed his brilliant mind to feed the Neurocaster network. Christopher, now connected to the network as a living processor, is the key to all of Skate's technological infrastructure. Before they can process this revelation, Bradbury attacks with his army. During the battle, Dr. Amers is killed and Cosmos is captured. Devastated, Michelle returns to the exiled robots, only to find that their refuge has been destroyed. However, PC, the doctor's robotic assistant, reveals that they can still save Christopher if they infiltrate Skate's headquarters. Michelle, Kit, and German launch an assault on Skate's corporation and find Christopher, who is still trapped inside the virtual network. But they discover that he is no longer truly alive. His existence depends on Skate's network. If they disconnect him, he will die forever, but the Neurocaster will collapse and humanity will regain its freedom. They struggle with the decision, but in the end, Michelle says goodbye to her brother. After the battle, the world is saved, and the government changes its rules. The end. In conclusion, the movie made me doubt the Russo brothers once again. Without a doubt, they're not much without Marvel. Help me with your subscription.